Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in Sanctum K, Scepter of War in hand. And apparently we gotta do something with this Vizier, a powerful new magical ally we made. Doesn't it feel like we're flopping all over the place? We always end up as part of some random organization and shit. I don't know. And this nice boat. The thing is this a Dwemer boat? Because this is very much the kind of greenish metal makes me think it's a dwarven boat. So is it supposed to be a dwarven boat? Alright, we have the Scepter of War. And we need to go meet the Vizier. Summon Impy to meet his family. This mission is extra annoying for melees because you still have to carry the scepter with you, but you have to drop it to use your skills and stuff. We're out here on this little island here now. But because you have to carry the scepter with you, it's kind of annoying. So it means you can't use your weapons, obviously. Which is an interesting mechanic, the fact that some quest items are like actually held items in the open world. It does lead to some interesting design space, though, where like they can make the items actually do stuff instead of just being items in your inventory, and it kind of helps the feel of them being actual magical items. So I think we have to go this way. I'm trying to remember correctly. I think we go this way. Oh, here's some new mobs. These are more undead. So, like, for example, this scepter gives us +1 energy regen. But in other stories and stuff, they can make the held items do different things. Which I think is kind of cool. It actually makes the quest items feel like they're useful, or like they're powerful relics instead of just being generic mumbo-jumbo. But, you know, on the other hand, it means it's annoying if you're not a caster to have to carry this thing around. Let's go up this way. The Necroid Horseman. You have seen these before, but... Oh, here's another new mob. These shock phantoms over here. Or smoke phantoms, excuse me. They're air mages. They're pretty cool models. They're like little race. I know, I always thought they were kind of cool. I actually quite like the undead in this game. I think they're done pretty well. And in general, they're... At least of the Prophecy mods, they're probably my favorite. And factions, you get some really cool enemies. But you can very much see the designs where a lot of them are like... You know... You take the human model and you do different stuff to it, which is kind of cool. I also like how a lot of enemies in this game will actually wield weapons that you the player can later get as, like, if you want them, you know, for looks or whatever. But just, I don't know, it helps the world feel a little bit more, like, grounded, I guess, for lack of a better term. I like that in games, wherever enemies use items that you yourself can later use. Or, you know, if you want to, can use. I think that's... It makes the world feel more connected. Here's a lynx, another ranger pet. I think this is the right way. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done this mission. I might be going the entire wrong way. Look how fast my energy regens. Quasi the Corruptor, level 21. This is the first time I think the first time that we've seen above level 20. Maybe the Henge Guardian was above level 20. That's one of the first ones. And now here's the White Mantle. They're obviously on the island as well, trying to get back the scepter that we stole from them in the previous episode. Boing. Ooh, Savant Robes. Where's that? There it is. I didn't clean my inventory before the previous bit. Prodigy. I actually think that's a pretty good one. I think so, at least. Grab that. Here's more boats with that dwarven style metal on them. I think these are supposed to be White Mantle ships, though. Maybe not. Maybe these are, like, dwarven ships. Maybe the dwarves just built them. I don't know. It's not made out of the same material that normally Crichton stuff is. That's a little odd. I think the undead... I hear more undead. Yep, here's more hellhounds. Sorry, heckhounds. Dang heckhounds. Some more gold. Nom nom nom. Delicioso. I feel like I've gone the wrong way, but I don't think it actually is. You actually do just have to snake all the way through this island to get where you want to go. There's a bone dragon. More of those enemies that I mentioned are pretty rare, actually, in all things considered. But not in very many places throughout the game. So they're pretty cool whenever you actually go see one. Does this just take us back to the beach that we were at? Yeah, this just takes us back to the beach we were at. Okay. Let's go through here. I think... there might be another way. We might have actually been able to go up this beach here and then, like, go up that way, but it looks like we might also be able to go around this way. I actually have a miniature of, there's minis in this game, just, like, little miniatures of different enemies and stuff like that that you can have. I actually have a miniature of that ghostly, like, thing. It's quite a unique miniature. It's got some weird properties. There's a lot of weird stuff in this game, especially with an application that people develop later called Guild Wars Toolbox, which is basically just, like, a whole bunch of convenience features, but it also allows you to do some weird things because of how the game is, like, coded. Let's make sure we're getting empathy up on the boss. So he hurts himself quite a bit. Yeah, I'm like 80% sure this was the long way. You pull this lever to get in. I think you could go the other way along the beach and it's significantly shorter. Or maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. Here's a unique enemy that I'm not even sure is anywhere else in the game. Like, I don't actually remember these enemies being anywhere else. Hill giants. They're kind of like the Jotun, I guess, or the ogre models. But they're a completely unique model, and I'm not sure they're anywhere else besides this mission. It's something pretty cool. You can even get weapons that have I think it's damage versus ogres that these guys work against. It's just really weird, but it's pretty cool. They hurt. Okay, it looks like this actually was the way we were supposed to go. Oh, inventory full. Eh, whatever. We'll manage that after the mission. So we'll go up here, and we should be able to meet the Vizier. I think is up here at this temple, according to everything we know. Now here he is.
A sight for sore eyes, one of the greatest treasures of my now ruined home. But while being reunited with the scepter of ore should be a cause for celebration, the events of today have saddened my heart. There is a traitor in your midst, one of the Shining Blade's own inner council.
What? Who?
I believe you know him by the name Marcus. He masquerades as your friend and confidant, but he is instead a White Mantle infiltrator.
So he's the reason the Mantle knew about the Henge of Den Ravi.
Mantle knew about the henge?
Yes, and
oh,
he
yeah,
has sold you out again. There are White Mantle all over this island. They come now for the scepter as we speak.
We must get to the dock and warn Avenia.
I'm afraid our tale grows darker still. The Mantle have already stormed our ship. It lies broken at the bottom of the harbor.
Oh no.
Our friend Avenia has already been taken prisoner.
Avenia's been taken? That also means we're trapped here. That boat was our only way off Sanctum K.
Do not lose hope yet, my friend. I can summon from the deep a ship that can carry us from this place. Make for the beach. Meet me at the dock and I will perform the necessary ritual.
There must be half of the White Mantle army between us and the beach.
Then you will need some help. Do not fear the walking dead. Through the scepter they obey my commands. Hurry now, we haven't much time.
I just realized I have my mic muted. Let's keep on going. But anyway, as I was saying, the Mantle are kind of scary here. Or not kind of scary, but it's pretty cool that we get these unique allies to help us with this mission. The undead enemies, that's pretty cool. I'm actually going to check the audio real quick, so give me 1 second. Okay, it's not that bad. It's literally just like the last couple of minutes since we went into the cutscene, so that's not too bad. I was just talking about how it's cool that we have these unique allies, and how the person that they say betrayed us in that cutscene, Marcus, is like, I have no clue who that is. Like, that's probably a person we met for one mission, and that was all. Oh, only chances make for the coast to the Crystal Desert to the docks. Okay, so we're gonna escape to the Crystal Desert, which is a pretty cool place. I quite like the Crystal Desert. Not in mechanics, it's got some awful mechanics in it, but in design it's pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of Prophecies, it feels like a lot of times when they mention a character, it's like, who is that? Because we don't spend a lot of time with individual characters, or at least not a whole bunch of different ones. Okay, so now we have to defend the Vizier while he summons the ship. So I think we literally just sit here and wait for the enemies to come. Not too bad. But he's over there claiming a resource. He's even have... They made a unique skill for Rurik in Ascalon, specifically to open that gate, if you remember all of those episodes ago. The fact that they don't have a unique skill for the Vizier here is a little weird then. Like, they don't just have a monster kill skill call down or summon ship or something. I don't know. I wonder if this is like a part that was later in development, or like they ran out of a Zamula whenever they were making it. This isn't too bad. We just gotta defend from the incoming mantle, which I think you actually can run around and just like run to the camp where they spawn and just kill them there, but then you run the risk of the other side coming through and killing off the Vizier. If he dies, you have to restart. That's the way a lot of missions work, is that if the person dies, you have to restart. Here is a Mesmer boss. Or not Mesmer, sorry, Monk boss. So we're gonna kill him quick, so he's gonna heal up all his allies. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Get the old mana back. Oh, you can actually see, this is the ship he is summoning. You can actually see it coming out of the ocean, which I think is a really cool effect. And I never really appreciated until I played this game when I was much older, because I was always paying attention to the enemies. But you can actually see him pull the boat like up out of the depths and summon it, which I think is pretty cool. See, it's weird because like they put the extra effort to do that to show him pulling the boat out of the ocean with its own, like, you know, animation, got the little sparkles and everything like that. But they didn't bother to give him a unique monster skill to summon the ship. Like, it's weird. It's like in some places they went, you know, they put the extra effort in, but in others they just didn't, and it's a little weird. I like this island. It's always very, like, picturesque. It's one of the nicer places in the game. You definitely get the feeling that, like, Kryta is the nicest area in this game, because everywhere else has got, like, feels pretty harsh and inhospitable. But Kryta is nice, so you kind of understand why the Krytan Kingdom is, like, powerful, and, like, why they're, hurry on the boat, we must make our escape. And why they're, like, you know,
on the boat.
the last surviving human civilization. Let's get the hell out of here.
Counselor Marcus has sold you out. The mainland is no longer safe for you.
We must get back to Denravi and warn the others.
I'm afraid
Yeah, what about
it's
that?
too late for that.
Oh, really?
The Shining Blade have already been broken over the knee of the White Mantle.
That was quick.
By now, those who are not already dead are fleeing into the Shiver Peaks.
Remember that. I'm going to talk about that
Go
later.
to Shiver Peaks.
A noble gesture, but throwing your lives away against a foe who you cannot beat will not help your friends.
Then the White Mantle have won. All is lost.
Oh, that one. You gave up real quick.
Be so sure. There is still a way to beat the White Mantle. Venture to the Crystal Desert and ascend. Only then will you be powerful enough to take on the rest of the White Mantle and their unseen gods.
What must we do?
Find the Prophet and claim the gift of true sight.
What?
I agree.
That's right. You are all chosen. And now you must venture through the desert. Prove yourselves worthy and claim your birthright.
Okay.
Then you will take this fight to them. Prepare yourselves. The trials of ascension await.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I must apologize. I just realized I have Genshin in the background right now, and I just realized the background music of that has actually been playing. It's pretty quiet, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. You should still be able to heal everything. But if you've been wondering why it sounds like there's two different musics playing, that's why. It's because I have another game open in the background, and that is what's making the noise. I apologize for that, scuffed YouTuber. So here we are now in the Crystal Desert, which is a pretty depressing place, to be completely honest with you. Let's read. Yep, so now we sailed all the way down here. So let's read the outpost real quick. For travelers into the desert, this tiny harbor represents the last chance to rest and resupply. It also provides one last view of water, the sight of which becomes increasingly rare as we venture eastward. So this is like the only nice place in the desert, to be completely honest with you. A lot of the desert's filled with ghosts and stuff like that. Also, I think, I could be wrong, but I think specifically the people who live here are purposely slightly different than the people of other places. Oh, this is a Shining Blade member right here. He must have escaped with us. But yeah, some ships around here, some architecture of an old, lost, forgotten civilization. I think eventually we actually do learn who those are. So if you pay attention and listen back to this episode at some point, that will make sense. You will actually know which civilization used to live here, because that's something we learn about later. These destroyed bits in the sand. But yeah, I wanted to mention real quick, whenever they were talking about the people from Denravi escaped into the Shiver Peaks. Denravi is here. The Shiver Peaks are here. So that is implying that they somehow, while running away from the mantle, ran right through the White Mantle homeland, basically, and ended up in the Shiver Peaks and are fine there now. Like, that is, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I always thought that was such a weird implication that people could make it from here all the way into here through the White Mantle heartland and be perfectly fine, not get caught. Like, I don't know, I feel like maybe they should have said they flee deeper into the jungle or something, and then maybe they find a portal over there. Or I don't know. That just always bothered me. I always thought that was weird. But yeah, take a look at the... Oh, you'll also notice that a lot of the stuff in the desert has this weird, like, nautical-ish theme to it, like sails and stuff. That's also important. Whenever we learn more about this place, you'll learn why that's relatively important as well. I'll probably talk about it. If I don't talk about it, someone remind me in the comments in episode, I don't know, like 300 of the Let's Play or whatever. Also, here's a ghost. Ghosts are another part of the desert. Or whatever. But anyway, I want to thank you for coming out, and I hope you have a great day.